Welcome back to Teresa's Dead. My name is Teresa and I'm very much alive. I have an awful garbage filthy mouth, so viewer discretion is advised, but if you're not into that or weird shit in general, this is definitely not the place for you. Feel free to exit out the video here, no harm, no foul, but I'll remember our time fondly. Y'all, I'm so excited for today's video because we get to talk about the new collection from Oden's Eye, the Jord's, I'm probably butchering that, Jord's Divine Collection. In the collection, you get 2 different palettes that retail for $35.90 a piece, as well as a slew of jewelry. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the 2 looks that I created because this is a first impressions, because these products will be available this Saturday. So if you were interested, you might as well hear my thoughts about that before you decide to purchase. I know, dramatic. Ooh, cliffhanger. Anyway, let's start from the beginning. I am so excited to play with this palette. This is the Stone and Rock palette. It looks so good. It looks so good. I love swampy green colors. Oh, it's like my bread and butter. So it's gonna be hard not to do 2 looks just with this palette alone. No, we're gonna just do one. We're just gonna do one because I wanna use the other palette too. We have to do a quick video today because Mama has to go to work and Mama's gonna have 2 different eye looks and we're gonna see how many people notice it. Okay, so, oh, fuck. I need to start with that. I don't know if it's gonna go, but I don't care. I need to start with that Madness shade. It's like a beautiful puke green. It's like a baby shit color that I'm obsessed with. Anyway, how are y'all? I am very good. I'm very good. Oh yeah, that's the baby shit color that I love. So this is applying very, very nicely. Actually, no fallout whatsoever. It's just so smooth. So nice. I really do love Oden's eyeshadows. They're so incredibly pigmented and so easy to work with. And these are not disappointing me whatsoever. And I'm so happy that these are part of a permanent collection. I love the Christmas palettes that came out last year. Honestly, I think it's the biggest mistake not making them permanent. They're so fucking unique and just so cool. It's if you could find them, which I don't really like to be like, oh, go find fucking limited edition pieces because like people just charge an arm and a leg. Those palettes are worth it. Those. I think it's the Christmas Day one that I like more than they're both really good, but I think it's the Christmas Day one that is just like fucking, oh my god, it's so good. If you ever see it, you pick it up. You won't regret it. All right. So now that I have sufficiently enough baby shit for my eye, which honestly, I could just put this all over the lid and just be happy with it. Like, I'm cool with just this. Oh, there's an, ooh. Oh, no, we need to play, no. That's a good white. That's a good white. Sometimes what I like to do, oh fuck. See, this is why I wish I could just do multiple eye looks in today's video with this palette because I feel like there is a lot of variety here that I want to play with. No, we can't. I have to go to work. I have to go to work. I have to go to work. I'm sorry, I have to go to work. I'm gonna take a little bit of that white shade and I'm just going to blend out the outer edges of this shadow to make it a little bit softer. Since I don't have a lot of real estate, I feel like I can get a little carried away and then it goes right up into my eyebrow and I personally don't like how that looks on me. If you like how that looks on you, that's great. I'm not a fan of it for me. Part of me, what I really want to do is actually play with some of the darker greens and kind of put them in the outer corner and then put the white in the inner corner to make it a beautiful all matte look. But I'm not going to do that because I swatched this guy and I have to. It's a mutant green color. We have to do this. So what I want to do now is I want to take a little bit of the shade Cheer, which is like this darker kind of like forest green. I'm going to put that in the outer corner. These are so beautifully pigmented. And again, what's really nice is that I'm not experiencing any bit of fallout. I am going in with a light hand though, but so far I'm not getting any sort of fallout, which is nice. Again, I think this is another shadow I could just literally put all over the lid and just blend it out and be okay with. There's not a lot of palettes where I feel like I'm just okay with the mattes just using one shadow. And I'm really impressed with this because that's literally all I want to fucking do right now. But we can't because there's beautiful shimmers in here. There are beautiful multi-chromes that we need to play with. And yes, while they might not be the most unique multi-chrome, I still get so digmatized every time I see a mutant green one. I cannot help it. It's literally my siren song. Anytime I see it, I stop in my tracks and I'm like, you know what? It's a got to have item. that I got to have. So these are blending very, very nicely together. So I'm just going back and forth between the dark shade and the pukey shade just to have a little bit more of a seamless blend between the two. Not really adding too much additional product, but I like that it's not turning muddy or anything like that. Now that I've successfully looked like a mutant, we're going to put the shade High Spirits all over the lid. Now, a lot of people ask me what works best for me when playing with multi-chromes, and for that I say NYX glitter glue is my favorite thing in the world, and it's the thing that keeps the sparkles for the most part at bay and also have longevity because I have hooded eyes. Super, super, super. Oh yeah. Yep, that's what I wanted. Because I have hooded eyes, shit can kind of get all over the place and get a little patchy and a little weird looking. This basically keeps it staying solid. I want to just take a smaller, thinner brush just to kind of get in that inner corner. Yeah, this is everything that I wanted it to be. It's so pretty. I'm just gonna go in a little bit with that pukey green shade, blend that out a little bit more, and take the same brush, have that white. Okay, there is a little bit of fallout, and for the most part, it's easy to clean. There's a little bit of remnants left, but I'm not mad at it. I look like a mutant bog queen, and for that, it's totally fucking fine. And this is a very beautiful jeweled multi-chrome, which is my absolute favorite. I'm sold. I'm obsessed. I don't need to do anything else. I don't need to do anything else. I'm good for today. I'm calling out of work. I look like a mutant bitch today. I need to be on the streets of fucking Central Florida. I can't be sitting behind a computer screen. Like, no. No. What I want to do now is go into the shade Passage, which I believe is a nice like chocolate brown. I'm going to line my top lash line. Again, not the easiest to clean. So as you can see, I have a little bit of remnants there. That kind of sucks. That's probably my only complaint right now. So if you do get this palette, I would recommend doing your eye look first and then your base. Otherwise, you're going to have to deal with this, which is kind of annoying. I don't know if that hurt it or helped it. I don't know. But fuck. And a little bit of orange in the waterline. And then I'm gonna go in with this brown shade right here, and we're going to smoke out the lower lash line. This is so nice. I really, really like this palette a lot. I'm gonna take a little bit of that white shade. I'm gonna put it in the inner corner. Oh, that's a good white. Oh, that's a good white. Oh, I can't wait to put that all over the lid. Usually white shades are just so thin and just not opaque, and it's so annoying because you feel like you're just layering and layering and layering, and then you're not getting any sort of result whatsoever. But this is doing everything that I wanted it to do. Really creating like a very beautiful like inner corner pop. But what I wanna do though, which I wasn't gonna do, but I'm going to take a little bit of the shade next to it, which is like this frosty kind of white green shade. I'm gonna pop that right in the middle, kind of give it a little bit of a sparkle. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna put some mascara on and then we're gonna jump to the other eye. I feel like I look so funny because my face looks so tan. I just went a little heavy-handed with the bronzer today. But this is everything. It's so good. It's so good. I look like such a see you next Tuesday. I fucking love it. I love it. Okay, let's move on to the next palette. She is pretty. Like, she is a pretty bitch. She really is. And I know I'm giving all my love right now to this palette, and rightfully so. If I had to choose, I would totally be like, this is a fucking palette. But this one is so gorgeous as well. Oh, there's a lot of cute shit in here. What do I want to do? Oh, that's nice. That shade Gorgeousness, that is gorgeous. Ooh, that's a nice little Tin Man Dick, kind of a silver shade. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice too. There's a lot of sparkly goodness in this palette. I don't know what to do. I have no idea. But I think I want to make it like moody. When don't I want to make it moody? I'm going to go into the shade Transition. I'm going to pop that baby all up into the crease. So this shade is applying very nicely. Again, I'm just kind of going in with a lighter hand. I just don't want to deal with fallout. And so far, going pretty good. I know it looks a little wild right now, but we are going to clean up those outer edges in a second. I really do love Oden's eye formula. It's so smooth. They're so incredibly pigmented, these shadows. And I love the fucking longevity. They're so good. So we're gonna take the shade Ecstasy. Kind of like it's like a light, I don't know, like an off-white purple kind of a shade. Very, very light. But we're gonna take that and then we are going to blend out those outer edges to make it a little bit more seamless. And oh, you see that? I love how it blends. It blends so beautifully, so soft. I love when blending turns into a very beautiful gradient without it getting muddy. Often things get so fucking muddy and it's just so gross. But this is definitely building itself to be a very, very pretty gradient. Anyway, sorry if my energy seems a little bit like the Vanderpump Rules finale was yesterday, and I think I'm still processing everything. If you haven't seen it, that is one of the best reality TV shows episodes I've ever seen. I'm still stunned. It's kind of just, it was fucked. It was no words. I'm honestly so excited to recap that one. Fucking probably just need one video just to talk about it in itself. It was just so fucking ridiculous. Fucking balls of this man. Oh my god. This fucking weird apology tour. It's so stupid. But anyway, that's what I'm thinking about. It's fucking wild. Okay, so I think we are good. We are good here. I really blew this one out, but you know what? I feel like we're going for a little bit of a drag queen moment, and I'm okay with that. Just want to deepen that crease just a little bit more. Oh, I'm happy. Little pig and shit over here. So now what I want to do is kind of go in to the shade Rapture, which is another blue shade over here. Blues can be a little patchy, so I'm just curious to see what the quality is going to be like. But honestly, so far so good. Everything has just really just exceeded my expectations. Looking really nice. Again, I just want to kind of go in with a light hand, only because I don't want to deal with any fallout. And there's a little bit of fallout already with this one. So hopefully, okay, that one's a lot easier to clean, which is good. All right, so now that I have that down, now what I want to do with that outer corner is go into Intoxication. My other complaint about this palette, it's really hard to read. I don't know, maybe it's the font. Maybe I'm blind, I don't know. I don't have my glasses on, so everything's like, I don't know what this says, but you know, whatever. That's just an old bitch problem. Don't worry about me. But this is a nice, like, dark blue. Really making shit very, very moody, and I love it. I'm just gonna go in to the shade that I have in the crease. I'm not taking any additional product. I'm gonna blend out those two. And so far, so good. I really just wanna make that outer corner really pop. Now, technically, I feel like if I just added a little bit of this shade here, actually, so part of me wants to just make this an all matte look, but like, that's kind of boring, right? I think, oh, that's nice. That's nice too, fuck. There's so many good shimmers in this one. All right, I kind of want to use this one, which is the shade Gorgeousness. I know, it's like a very beautiful pewter shade. I feel like that's gonna look really, really good with the blue. I'm gonna go in with a very thin little brush to apply this. For this eye, it's like a little bit extra like meatier. So I really like to go in with a really tiny, 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 tiny brush just to make sure everything is in place. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, there is a little bit of fallout with this shade, but it's not terrible though. I feel like it's gonna be very, very easy to clean. Kinda not really, fuck. Okay, just go in a little bit more. And I think what I wanna do actually, so I wanna go in with the shade Swoon, which is kind of like this white, kind of, it has like an orange flip to it. And I wanna put that in the inner portion of my lid. So I'm gonna take another small brush, use a little bit more NYX glitter glue. I basically want a super, 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 super sparkly eye. Okay, that was a little bit of a my bad moment. You know what? I actually think I like it better. Yeah, I think I like it better with that shade all over the lid. I do love that pewter shade. I think it's very, very pretty, but that orange makes it pop. So I fucked up. I fucked this up. So hold on, let me just try to fix this really fast. It's kind of like getting right into my eyeball. All right, so I was able to clean it up a little bit. It's a little glitter bukkake, but that was totally my error. The shadow was a little bit chunky, and I should have fucking fixed that. I think the brush picked up a little bit too much product. So what I want to do now is I want to go back into the darkest shade, and I'm just going to line my top lash line. Ooh, it's actually kind of cool because it's like turning this into like a burgundy color by putting it on top of that multi-curl. Oh, that's really pretty. I'm gonna take the shade Edison. Nope, what is it called? Elation, I think. And I'm going to just put it in the lower lash line and blend that out. And take some of that Ecstasy shade and blend that too. So pretty. And then I want to take a little bit of Elatedness and I'm gonna pop that in the inner corner, which is a very beautiful kind of silvery white sparkly shade. I am going to add a little bit of mascara and then we're going to talk about it. So here are the completed looks, and I have to say I am fucking obsessed. I You know what's so funny? I thought like this is gonna be the look that I was like, okay, you know what? Yes, this is the palette to get. But there's something about this look that's just literally, oh my God, I look like such a badass bitch. I love it. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this collection. Now keep in mind, this is a first impressions video, right? So I only played with the palette today. And I wanted to get this up because I am familiar with Oden's eyeshadows. And for the most part, every palette that I've ever tried has always been super, super consistent. And these are no different. However, I do want to make like a more detailed review later on to show you a couple more eye looks because I just want to take these eye looks off and keep playing with the palette. As much as I love them, I want to keep exploring because there's so many possibilities with these palettes. But each one of these palettes retail for about $35.90 a piece. Each palette has 15 shades and we have a couple of different finishes. Both palettes have a couple of multi-chromes. There's mattes, there's shimmers, there's duochromes. There's a little bit of everything. And you know what? I am such a huge fucking fan of those Christmas palettes, and these feel like they're on the same level, which makes me happy. My only complaint that I have is that the fallout situation kind of sucks. Even though I was going in with a very, very light hand, I still did experience a couple of rogue chunks here and there, and for the most part, they're not that easy to clean. So do yourself a favor, do your eye look first, go ham, and then do your base. It'll work out so much fucking better. But that's not new though when it comes to Oden's eye. That's something that I've always experienced. So it's more of just like an FYI, not like a cause for alarm. That said, this collection's kind of interesting because there's also like a jewelry component to it. And I'm not gonna really get into the jewelry because one, I'm not a jewelry person. Y'all know me. I have a wedding ring. That's pretty much the extent of it. Maybe I'll wear a necklace here and there, but like, yeah, y'all know I'm not really a jewelry person. I'm not really a girly girl. I'm just not. I admire those that do like the whole jewelry shit. Like I think it's really pretty, but it's just not my aesthetic. And that's fine. If those jewelry pieces do speak to you, go check them out. I fucking invite you to do so. They definitely have a nice weight to them. I talk a little bit more about them in my makeup bingo video where I was drunk trying some of it on, and it was a moment. I will say that the necklaces that I did try, they just didn't really feel like fat girl necklaces. They were like straight up fucking chokers on me, and maybe that's the style, but for me it was just like, no, absolutely not. So I would say like, if you're not into the jewelry, you could skip it, you're not missing out. But if you did want the whole collection, it does retail for $276.16. So it's already like discounted. And within that collection, there are a couple different earrings, you have necklaces, bracelets, blah, 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 blah. I don't know too much about jewelry, so I don't know if they're fairly priced, but it looks like anywhere from like $25.90 to $32.90 or $20.90. So I mean, I don't know, like they're not real, it's costume jewelry. So is that worth it? Asking the wrong fucking person. But what I can talk about are the palettes. That said, while I didn't get to use every fucking shade possible, the shades that I did use, I had no issues with. The mattes were matte. They were very, very beautiful. They were pigmented. They blended very easily. They created very beautiful gradients without it getting muddy or patchy. They worked very, very well together. I have no complaints. I'm not experiencing any shade lifting or anything like that. And I rarely do so anyway with Oden's eye formula. Now, the true standouts though, however, are the shimmer shades. But I will say though, I was totally fine just having all matte looks because the mattes in both of these palettes are very, very beautiful. They're a nice like cool tone moment, which you don't really see too much. There's a lot of earthiness and moodiness, and it's just everything that I want it to be. It's just like they're perfect fucking palettes, and I feel like they're just gonna be something that I'm gonna be constantly using time and time again. I want to scrub the looks off my face now to continue to play with these palettes. I almost want to call out of work just to do that because I'd rather devote my day doing this and something fun as opposed to answering fucking emails from stupid ass people. Anyway, neither here or there though. All that to say, the shimmers, the multi-chromes, they're fucking good. They're beautiful. It's funny, with this eye, I was gonna go with a pewter moment. I think it would have been fine, but I'm kind of glad that I decided to go with the multi-chrome because there's just something about that kind of orangey blue moment. Yes, it's kind of giving me like Mets colors, but I'm okay with that, you know? I'm from Queens, it's fine. I like this. This is fun. This is a lot of fun. And I have to say that fucking white shade is super fucking pigmented, and it's very rare to find like a white shade that actually is pigmented. Usually it's very, very thin and it's so dry and it just like does nothing. This bitch is here to stay. And I cannot wait to put that all over the inner corner of the lid and blend out all these like earthy greens. Oh my God, that's what I'm super excited about. But beyond that, like I don't have a bad thing to say other than the annoyance of a little bit of cleanup that I have to do. My base is a little bit fucked up. I looked really cute before and now I could kind of tell I see some like kind of problem areas here. So for me, I would probably just remove my base makeup and then kind of keep it going, but I don't give a fuck today. I'm going to be on a bunch of Zoom meetings. No one's going to tell the difference anyway. Who cares? But I love this collection. It's great. If you have been a fan of Oden's eyeshadows, rest assured this is exactly the same formula that you know and love. And I love and appreciate that. And I'm so happy because they're both such beautiful color stories. It would be a shame if the palette sucked ass. Now these are going to be coming out this Saturday, so I'm going to leave all the information down below. But if you were interested in checking this out, I am affiliated. If you want to use the code garbage, you can save money off your order. Now I'm not sure if codes will be available to use for this new release, so try it. If not, it'll work on something else on their website, I'm sure. But with that said, I want to say thank you so much to Oden's Eye for sending these my way. I really appreciate it, and thank you for making really fucking awesome eyeshadow palettes. By the way, the fucking packaging, 10 out of 10. There's like a rainbow gradient on this one. I didn't even notice it until now. Oh, you're pretty. If you were going to pick up one palette, don't make me choose, bitch. I think they're both wonderful. I feel like this is definitely more my color story though, the Stone and Rock. Y'all know I am a fucking sucker for mutant greens and just like baby shit diarrhea. So like that's more my speed, but there is something to say about this beautiful color story as well. So I mean, listen, either palette you're gonna be fine, but if you had to pick one, I say the green one's probably my favorite, and it's literally by like a hair, Anyway, now I want to hear from y'all. Let me know down below if you're interested in picking up this collection or if you're gonna skip out. Let me know, because I love hearing from you. And with that said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button, it's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Instagram, and to my beautiful, wonderful patron and YouTube members, thank you so much for keeping this delicious, disgusting, filthy, trashy, really filthy, really gross, really nasty actually, garbage boat afloat. Couldn't do without you. I love your adorable little delicious faces, and I just want to gobble you all up so you can live inside my belly and we can be one. If you're interested to know what else is on my face before it got ruined, I will let you know everything in the description box down below, and I'll see you little cranberries later. Bye.